Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds! And we got another tag for you today. We're excited about this one. La Bella Italia tag.
Yes,
we love it.
All things Italian are wonderful.
This was created by an uncommon reader and the Linguist's Library. And we were tagged by an uncommon reader and Albert the Conjugator.
Very exciting. And we have to caffeinate today while we are doing our tag video so we can review our drinks as well.
So what are you drinking today, Mary?
Do people like Starbucks out there? I'm like, that's my only coffee that I love. Oh, mine has a little smiley face.
Yeah.
Did you get a smiley face? You did. I am drinking an iced, how do you say that?
Oh, there's my smiley face.
Iced ube, coconut.
Oh, that's new from them.
Coconut cream, shaken espresso. I'm typically a mocha person, but this purple foam on top, I'm gonna drink it for you guys.
Is that lavender?
Well, you would think because it's purple that it is, but it just says that it's ube.
Oh.
So I have no idea. It's delicious.
It's delicious. What does it taste like?
Do you want to try it? It's like a very faint sugared. There's just coconut in here because they put a coconut syrup and they put little coconut flakes on top. But
Nice.
the foam is kind of like, it's this cold foam, so it's like not a whipped cream, but not like the foam that you would get on a cappuccino, you know? It's like a nice like substance, like that's not the word I'm looking for. Nice
Rich.
got some sustanza.
Is that Italian for our Italian tag?
Am I using that right? I think so.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know that word?
No.
I think that means like it's substantial.
In what language?
In Italian.
That's what it's saying. What are you saying?
That was one that was said in my house. Who knows if we said it correctly though?
Yeah, we all have our own way to say things.
We do. But it's like it's not highly sugared, this foam, and it's just lovely.
It looks beautiful. I got my strawberry dragon fruit. No, I don't. Not at all. I got my mango dragon fruit refresher with the freeze dried like fruit up top there, and that's my favorite part of the end. To
when
get
they
those.
like rehydrate in the liquid, are they enjoyable to eat, the fruit?
Yeah, they're still a little hard, but not like as hard. Very good. It's very refreshing. It lives up to its name.
Okay. You spit a lot when you said that.
I know. I was like, damn, did I just spit all over her arm?
No, on yourself.
Okay, good. As long as it's not on you.
Like I did.
It's totally fine. Yeah, these are good.
All right.
Are we
so
ready?
to the tag. That was like the longest delay to starting our tag ever. All right. Number one, all roads lead to Rome. So something that is history related or a historical novel. Give me something.
I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
Okay, so my friend Shannon, who's a big reader, told me about The Trader's Wife. You're not going to be as excited. I don't know why I'm looking at you. The Trader's Wife. I'll look at you guys. By Alison Pataki. And this is about Benedict Arnold, the guy who betrayed us to the British during the war.
Yeah, you lost me already.
Yeah, you're gone. But this happened all around my house because as I'm walking up and down the Hudson River, there are plaques and it's like in these woods and year whatever.
Love that stuff.
Benedict Arnold was on the run and they chased him and they got him. So I definitely want to read that book because it mentions my hometown.
Yeah.
And all the places around. The sun is really blinding.
One time Joe and I were talking about like those posts that say like this happened here, and he's like, don't you love that? And I was like, no.
She doesn't care about anything.
I drive right by them. I have no desire to stop and read them. He's like, but these things happen here. And
Right
I'm like,
here.
yeah, I don't really.
These things happened in our land. Right here.
The part of the brain that was supposed to like develop for history went to something else completely, and I have no space for any of it.
That's the same part of the brain that makes you say classic crap.
Exactly. I think that's very related. Like, because it's historical. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a loud ringer. Mine is The Diviners because that was such a wonderful. I don't typically enjoy a historical fiction, but Diviners was amazing. Set in New York, and it was like so just fantastic. It had all the like supernatural stuff going on, and they were just wonderful characters. Amazing narrator when we were listening to it on the audiobook.
Good choice.
And set in the 20s, like the time of the flappers and everything, and I was visiting old psych hospitals and everything. It was just awesome. It was a historical fiction made for me.
You didn't mind it?
No.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
All right, number 2, as you sip your coffee. Wherefore art thou, Verona? Romance books, literary fiction, ill-fated lovers.
I'm gonna go with ACOTAR. You know, I did not love all of the other books by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know what's wrong with me. So many people, when they love her, they love everything that she writes. But I couldn't get into her other series. But ACOTAR, awesome. It's a Fae series. I'm trying to remember because it's been so long since I read it. My God, I'm pretty sure it started with like a human girl, you know, that she ends up just going into the Fae world, and the cranky like Prince Fae guy, she's like staying at his place and all that. Very spicy scenes. So many books in the series, and each one took it to a better place. The very first one, I remember feeling like it was like Fae light, because I read it after I read Holly Black's Cruel Prince, which like really develops the whole Fae world so well. And so ACOTAR, I'm like, they're not really talking about this, they're not really talking about that.
Too light.
But it's because like she was human, they were focusing on keeping her kind of like out of things. And then as it started going, I was like, wow, this is fun. So it really got very good, and I loved the series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How about you?
So I don't really know too many romance books, but back in the day when I was reading a lot of James Patterson, you know, he cranks out like 6 books a year, and he tries to get his hand in every single genre. So all of a sudden, he releases a romance book, and I was reading every single book of his, so I read it. It was Sam's Letters to Jennifer.
You must have hated that.
They discover letters. I mean, I guess it was all right. I remember reading it, I'm just like, all right, like I don't hate this, because I was like, everything's James Patterson back then.
Yeah.
And
So
you would probably like not like. I don't know if it was good or not. That's an assignment for you.
Read it and let you know if it was good.
Sam's Letters to Jennifer.
Maybe I'll get to
We'll
that.
do an upcoming video about it.
Sounds good. Next one, number 3, Florence Brushstrokes and Botticelli, books about art and music or artists.
Okay, so I just acquired these books recently. They're V.E. Schwab, and it's a duet, This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. And this is the one about monsters. And there's this guy who has like the power to steal your soul with like a single strand of like note or something. He's a musician.
Oh.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, these 2 books sound good.
So my answer is The Da Vinci Code, Dan Brown, because it's all focused around the Mona Lisa. That's like a main part of what's going on. I do think that they involve a lot of different art pieces in the book. It's been a long time since I read that. But I have mentioned this before. If you guys have not read a book by Dan Brown, it's just so mentally stimulating. It's awesome. The adventure that they're going on, the conspiracies that are hidden in the artwork, the impending like murderous kind of stuff. You're on the edge of your seat. It's just like, it's awesome. Really enjoyed that book. Maybe that one could do a reread. I would reread that at some point, that whole series.
We should reread that.
They were so good.
We do good scenes with that book.
Yeah.
All right, number 4, Sicily, Myths of Mount Etna, mythology, fantasy, and sci-fi books.
All right, I'm going to give a shout out to my Bridget Kemmerer. She does some awesome fantasy stuff. I love her Cursebreaker series, which is the one that's the first book of that series. It has like the Beauty and the Beast kind of vibe to it, but then she takes it other places, and it's just awesome. She has a second trilogy that follows it in that same land with some of the characters that are like lesser known in the first books, Forging Silver into Stars. I loved every single page of all of those books. Read them so fast. They were like real page turners.
5 stars.
Yeah, totally 5 stars. How about you?
I chose mythology. I have this awesome Neil Gaiman book, Norse Mythology. I showed it during my bookshelf tour.
You've read it?
No, I have not read it, but the illustrations are fantastic, absolutely gorgeous, and it just retells several stories from Norse mythology.
It's on my bookshelf also. I don't have a very big bookshelf, but my husband owns that book.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I thought about reading it.
Look at that.
I picked it up and put it down.
All right, well, that's another one we're going to read together. Okay.
Next question. The Bolognese Chronicles. So food-themed books. I always have the same answer for this one. What do you have?
I have the same thing. I have one you have, and then another one. 1, 2, 3. Kingdom of the Wicked
by Carrie Maniscalco. Eating cannolis, baking her grandmother's recipes. I'm sure she was making like pesto and stuff like that too. It was just a very Italian and lovely. And
anything else that we've read, we really can't remember that it has had food in it, because
And I don't like to read with like a big focus on food. I want to read the story. And this was just kind of like thrown in as like a little, just sprinkle aside, you know?
It was great.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, From Sardinia with Love. Thriller, adventure, spy, heist books.
So Heist, we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I know you want to read that.
Still do.
It's quite the heist, assembling a team of people with different abilities. Because in the world, if you guys haven't read any of Leigh Bardugo's stuff yet, they all have like some interesting affinities and things. So to build your crime team so that you can best break into a place that's really super locked down is what they do. And it's quite an adventure.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I chose an adventure book too, which I don't know, I guess it could be debatable, but Everlost by Neil Schusterman. Now, what I'm starting to realize about Neil is that he really does, it feels like an adventure because these characters, he has them going all over the place, traveling here, traveling there, meeting up with an enemy here, meeting, you know, having to do a battle over here. So it's very much like that.
A lot of action.
Everlost is when kids die, their soul goes to Everlost, and they're kind of stuck there. They can move on, but you got somebody who has ill intentions in charge, and she's preventing the kids from moving on. Very exciting, filled with adventures.
Number 7, Venice in a Gondola with Casanova, Forbidden Love Affair books.
Okay, so I picked one that's on my TBR just because I can't keep naming all these same books. The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Kristen Hanna is very popular.
Okay.
And this is about the 1970s harsh Alaskan wilderness. And as I was reading, there's some sort of a forbidden love affair in there. So.
Forbidden love.
Yeah.
Okay. So one that I read a while back, I was excited when I started reading the book. It was called The Sin Eater's Daughter, and it was by Melinda Salisbury.
Salisbury steak, yes.
Right?
That's it.
And I enjoyed the first book, but then as I kept reading it, I was like, yeah, I don't know that I need to finish the series. And I don't know that I did. But it started with this girl who was supposed to marry a prince, and she was kind of like locked in the castle, and there was some weird thing. I'm trying to remember how she was a sin eater, like what that was all about, but like she had some training from her mother. Like, I'm trying to think, I'm going to tell you guys totally the wrong thing. Like if somebody was sick, would they like eat the illness or something? I really don't remember right now. There was something that was different like that, okay? But she was supposed to marry the prince, and she was like really like scared of this royal family, but prepared to marry him and wanted to get to know him and whatnot.
It's called The Sin Eater?
Yeah.
So they're eating the sins?
I guess, but I don't remember that part of it. I'll look it up in a second. But she was supposed to marry the prince, and she instead fell in love with the guard. So that's like the forbidden love part of it right there. Anybody that she touched, they would die. So if they were in prison, she would be brought to put her hands on them, so that they could be put to death. So like, how was she gonna touch her prince? Oh, he was immune to her touch. See, there you go.
Of course. All right, number 8, Naples Never Sleeps. Mystery, horror, gothic books.
Okay. So believe it or not, Bunny by Mona Awad is classified as a horror.
Yeah.
And when I was reading it, I was like, what is this book? It's so peculiar. And then when I looked it up, I'm like, horror. Like, I was laughing at how absurd some of the like scary, grotesque stuff was.
Yeah.
You know, I was never scared while reading that book. So it's interesting to put that in the horror genre. But I mean, bunnies were turning into boys, and they were getting their heads chopped off by these crazy like sorority like girls, you know, and you really don't know what reality was, and it was wild, really wild. So I wish you would read that. I know I've like talked so much about it that you're like, oh, that's weird, Mary.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could listen to it.
You'd be like, oh my god, what are they saying right
I know
now? The adjectives that she uses in this book, she uses like sexual adjectives for things that are not sexual in nature at all, and you're like, what did she just compare that to?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
She's an interesting one.
Okay, so mine is Christine by Stephen King. I love that book. I did not expect to love it, but it's about a possessed car, and I was just like, how is he going to do this? But he did it, and the character development in that book is just like top tier Stephen King. The way that he just made us feel for the characters, so good. And you know, the car has a mind of its own. It goes and runs over a bunch of people and kills people and stuff like that. It was great. I loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, number 9, Tales of Torino La Magica. Ghosts and Legend Stories, Novellas, Short Stories, Plays, and Folklore. New View. The other phone got hot.
I know. All right, so my book is The Swallow by Cherise Cotter, and this was a great little ghost story. And it was about two girls who live next to each other. They share an attic wall, and they always hang out in the attic because they're lonely. They don't really have any friends, and they discover that each other are there. Then they start talking to each other. Well, it turns out that one might not be alive.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. Is it middle grade?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, sounds cute. Mine is Doll Bones by Holly Black. So this was a shorter book. You love it. Was that charades? Baby bones. Charades, and he's showing me like bones. So anyway, Doll Bones. It was a good story. It felt more middle grade. She's written some middle grade stuff. And there was a kid that was running away, and they were like, going through the library, getting on some bus and going off. But there was this creepy China doll that just kept giving them the heebie-jeebies. I love that. And it went some interesting places, and it was really like adventurous. I felt like this, adventure that these kids were going on, and definite creepy factor with the dolls. Yeah,
creepy dolls.
Yeah,
definitely.
And Holly Black, she makes it fun.
Yeah. Hey, number 10, Musing in Milan. Any genre you want. What did you pick? I'm
gonna go with Scythe because it was a top read for me in recent years. Loved it so very, very much. It's what introduced us to Neil Shusterman, and we've been loving him. Yeah. And I feel like we just got to circle back around to it, because if you haven't read any of his books at all, I think you would enjoy starting with that, seeing what he's all about.
Yes.
He's so creative. The story is about people have to kill other people. It's called gleaning, because we live in a perfect society where everything's balanced, and like if you have an illness or an injury, it's just revived and you're fine. Like even if you die, like they bring you back. If a building gets torn down by accident, they rebuild it right away. So everything is flawless, but the one thing that they have to do to keep things in balance is they have to glean people from time to time. Yeah. And the Sais have to do it. They have to choose who to do it to, and they have to do it respectfully, but not all of them do it respectfully.
Of course they don't.
And it just goes places that you would never imagine. Like the stuff he created in this, his brain intrigues me. Really intrigues me that he went to so many amazing levels with this.
Yeah.
So check that out if you haven't read him. Yeah. Really good book series.
Very good.
How about you?
I picked The Life of Chuck. Which is something that I read recently. It's a short story by Stephen King, and it's in the book If It Bleeds, which is 4 short stories. And I just love that. I thought it was a very creative way to introduce a story, because it's told backwards. It's told in reverse, and we see Chuck on all the different levels. We see him dying, then we see him living, and we see his childhood. And each act is just so unique, separated from each other. They're almost like their own little story. Could be a little bit bizarre, like Stephen King's a little bizarre. The first act is a little weird. You don't really know what's going on. It's like I just had a lot of question marks, and the other 2 are just like so heartfelt. There's a lot of dancing in there, and it's really cool. I really recommend it.
Last question: bonus postcards from Italy, a book set in Italy.
All right, I got The Sicilian Inheritance. Surprise, surprise. By Joe Piazza. That's set in Sicily. Obviously, it's a really good mystery, and this woman from America goes back to Sicily to solve a family mystery. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. And I have The Shoemaker's Wife by Adriana Trigiani. I haven't read too many books, I think, set in Italy. So that one was partially set here in America and partially set in Italy. And it really covers the whole lifespan journey of this couple, and it's just
so good.
It's a heart-wrenching kind of like
beautiful
whole life tale.
Yes.
All right, so now we have to tag some people. I am going to tag Abby Reeds
and Beth Ann Bruninga Sokolar
and Books with Sam
and Dobby Books.
Tag.
You're it.
Let us know, guys. Have any of you been to Italy? Do you love Italian things? Do you love us being Italian? Do you love Italian foods? We want to hear Italian things in the comments. Let us know.
If you're enjoying Book Buzz, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
Keep tagging Book Buds. I love watching these.
I have have to lick this cream before I can't lick it. We're not going
Before
to
it
show
gets
that.
too far down.
We're not going to show that on the bloopers.
I'm editing this one, so we might.
I can't open it.
She's very tired today.
I didn't get enough sleep. I was at the opera.
Because you were out gallivanting around the town.
I've never been to the opera before.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want some?
Can I do like this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is that? That's an interesting flavor.
I don't know how to describe it. It almost tastes like cake batter before you put it in the oven. Do you ever eat raw cake batter?
All the time.
It tastes like raw cake batter, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And raw cookie dough? Absolutely. That's the best part. She's really making love to that cup there. Maybe you can write an erotic cup romance.
I'm into Salisbury, like Salisbury sauce.
Salisbury steak. That sounds good.
Is there a sauce, or am I just sleep deprived and thinking that? Steak.
It's steak.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Kingdom.
I was gonna say.
What's happening?
It's just a Carrie Madden's taco.
Why would you start with the offer?
I have no idea.